Alright, so welcome back to more Dying Light 2. My name is Raven from the Sky. Let's do this.
I gave you money to buy water, and what did you do?
The card was good for me. How should I know that?
Lucas had enemies.
Don't make
He was a PK commander.
Why did you do it
What do
yourself?
you think?
because I
Aiden
asked
must have been pleased.
Well,
Well, if he was, he didn't show it.
Okay.
says that water stocks are almost depleted.
Hey, watch where you're going. What a day. No frigging way I can do it. 5 years of learning and all for nothing. I just have to get it right this time. Alberto needs to see I'm good enough. What's your name, pal?
Basco.
What's the problem?
Hey, aren't you the pilgrim they wanted to hang? Man, you were in luck there. I could use some of that luck. I'm Alberto's apprentice. Not for long, probably. It's the third time I'm taking a shot at this test. If I fail again, Craftmaster Alberto's gonna kick me out.
What's a craft master?
Hey, what's a craft master?
You're not from around here, right? Craftmasters are people who invent new technology, design innovations, all sorts of gadgets that might help in combat. Alberto's the Grand Master around here. Like I said, I'm his apprentice. People laugh at him, that he's slow and not very eloquent, but he's a real friggin' genius.
What's this test about?
I have to design something useful for the citizens. I already invented underwater reading glasses for Alberto, then a retractable dog leash, but he kept jamming. And besides, we have no dogs here. All my ideas are worthless. Now is my last chance to prove that I am not worthless. So I spent the last several weeks walking around the bazaar and thinking hard. And then, I hit it. Our goats. They're kept in cages because they eat crops. But life in cages makes them sad, and they give less milk. So I came up with the idea of a fence, energized with just a tiny bit of voltage. That would keep the goats under control, but let them produce more milk. I called this invention the electric fence.
That's a little rough.
Yeah, that's a little rough. Stressed goats can give bitter milk.
Seriously? Goats get stressed?
Wouldn't you, if someone electrocuted you and then went for your crotch?
Oh, no. It's only a very small voltage. Won't do more than tickle them.
So what's your problem?
So, what seems to be the problem with this invention of yours?
I'm missing a few parts, and they're not that easy to get. I'm worried I won't be ready on time. Maybe you could help me. If you find them for me, I'll give you one of my super cool inventions.
Nothing to do with goats, I hope.
Nah, something much more interesting. You'll see. I just need some electric parts. I'll dismantle them for resistors and other useful things. As far as I know, they could be found in 2 places. One's an old hardware store on Fitzwilliam Place, near the water tower. Alberto says they'll be there for sure. But it's a dark place, full of turned creatures. You have to go there at night.
And the other option?
Whatever's left of military patrols. I know of one place south of Horseshoe, near the old electrical substation.
Oh God.
Bandits roam in the area, so it's possible there's nothing left there. In which case you'll have to look for other patrol remains, or take a night trip to the store.
I have the parts you need.
Looks like you're in luck after all. I have the parts you need on me.
Are you serious? That's just fantastic. Heaven must have sent you.
Here.
I don't know how to thank you. One more thing. Could you help me set up my show? My installation's right outside the main entrance. Turn it on, please. I'll go get Alberto. Wait till he sees it. Meet me by the goat pen then, near the wall.
Haven't seen my kids in months because of this ridiculous blockade at the center.
Come here.
Hey, that's the pill.
No one has better man.
This must be Alberto. Oh my God, we have to.
Got a headache? Use herbs. Fever? Herbs. Diarrhea? You're on your own, ma'am.
I'm gonna go get the other ones and sell them.
Hey, that's...
Oh, Okay, I was scared. It was when they said that to sell everything. That's what. Oh man, I thought I was gonna sell my weapons, sell everything. No, it just meant like the miscellaneous goods. Okay, got you. Okay, we could buy an axe. $19.19. I'm gonna go get my
The pilgrim.
The Whitman.
I keep telling everyone we should be getting ready for winter.
Turn them on if you get a chance.
Come here.
They powered UV spot forever so they have been
Stealing our water. And nobody's doing anything about it. Such a shame.
Aiden, you've traveled through the Outlands. Any other cities still standing?
We citizens have seen it all. Why don't you move along, Pilgrim?
Find something you like in the bazaar?
There's a term for what came next. A crisis of faith. And with me, it started long before the epidemic. But when people started to turn into monsters, when city after city was eaten by darkness and poison, I started to wonder, where is God? Is he putting us through a trial? Or has he abandoned us? When Black Monday came, I no longer had any doubts. There is no God. There never was. Because of the THV Genmod bombings, 2 million people lost their lives. The streets carpeted with human corpses. What God would allow that? He would have to be infinitely cruel. Of course, other so-called men of the cloth offered nonsensical observations. That this was the will of God. Punishment for our wickedness. That Colonel Williams himself served as the hand of God. But that didn't matter anymore. The curtain had been torn off. People lost their faith. Because what were they supposed to believe in? No one wanted a God like that. And in that moment, to my own surprise, I felt free. As if I were a puppet who finally cut the strings that controlled him since birth. Free at last.
Aren't you that pilgrim? Don't recognize me? Or are you allergic to making money? Listen, pilgrim. We can make a killing, you and me. You just need to get me some beets, radishes, parsnips.
There he is. Grab him, Ed. He's a murderer.
What? Julian, Luke's been poisoned. From the water you sold him, Bevan says.
What? But I don't sell water.
Liar. Luke told me he got it from you. Whatever's in it has him ranting and raving now.
You sure he didn't blame me after he started ranting?
What's your proof?
Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Do you have proof?
Of course. The water came in a bottle. Luke got that water in one of your bottles. When I tell Carl about this, you'll hang!
Bevan, wait! I swear, I don't even sell water, damn it!
If you're lying, Julian, you're fucking toast.
Haven't seen my kids in months because of this ridiculous...
Wait, so then, if you're not selling water, how'd someone get a hold of one of your bottles?
Knowing that shithead Luke, he probably stole it. That would be like him. Even if he did, my water's pure as melted snowflakes.
You sure? How do you store it?
I buy bottled.
There's no way it could become contaminated.
Not a chance. My supplier, Marco, always has clean water.
So, maybe it's revenge.
For what? Everyone loves me. Never had an enemy in my life. Wait a second. Wait. Shit. Except maybe... Marco. That bastard. Come to think of it, he's got an axe to grind for me. It was a long time ago. Never mind. Listen. He lives above an old shop on the west end of Villador, on Houndfield Lane. I traded him a few kilos of my finest flour for the water. Prove he poisoned it, and half my flour is yours. Can you do that for me?
I guess I could check it out.
And there's one more thing. I'm a little embarrassed. Hans might also have a bottle of this water.
I thought you weren't selling it.
I'm not, except, well, to Hans, and... Can you go warn him? He's also on Houndfield, a few buildings down.
Something's fishy about this, Julian. Look, you better be telling the truth, otherwise it'll be hard to help you.
Night runners were real. Just fairy tales, if you ask me.
Hey, I heard Carl talking about water restrictions last night.
You this guy in Houndfield who removed his biomarker just to see what would happen.
Sell off the mother weapons. I don't need.
While the light was still
Where's it?
green.
Here
Just
it
like
is.
that.
Man, I'm so thirsty.
There's a term for what came next. A crisis of faith. And with me, it started long before the epidemic. But when people started to turn into monsters, when city after city was eaten by darkness and poison, I started to wonder. I'm recording this for posterity, so they can learn from my mistakes. To warn all who follow about the worst of plagues. And I am not referring to the virus. I was born into a very religious family. My earliest childhood memories? Prayer.
So
every
that's the
morning
pilgrim.
and every
Don't
evening.
look like much of a city.
Knees scraped from constant contact with oak floorboards. When I grew up, I had a very hard time. I was lonely. I suffered. Despite my upbringing, I turned to religion for solace. It gave me the answers I sought.
Infected got him.
Then I came to realize my father had tried to give me. To endure bullying is to earn heavenly rewards. God was my best friend, my only friend. I talked to him every day, and I believed that he listened to me and answered and loved me too.
So thirsty.
I felt like I owed him a debt. That's why I enrolled in seminary. I think I became a fanatic in a way. The urge to spread his teachings, convert others, was not about God. It was about my own shortcomings. It was about me. There was something unhealthy about it. And dangerous.
You look familiar.
Yeah, I'm the guy who almost got hanged.
Why worry? You're standing here, aren't you?
Excuse me?
Look, we had no choice. If you had turned like we thought you were gonna, it would have been a massacre.
I see. It was a risky situation. I get it.
So? We good?
We're good.
Fuck me. People will always complain. They're alive, and that's what counts.
Hey, I heard Carl talking about Barney's set last night.
Hey, Hangman. How's the neck?
Who is Barney?
Everyone knows Barney here.
I don't. Tell me.
Well, wouldn't bother yourself about Barney. He doesn't like nosy people. Liable to piss him off if he finds out. And you don't want that kind of trouble.
Well, now I definitely want to know more.
Okay. He's Sophie's younger brother. Some say he's crazy, but he's a pillar of the bazaar. The PKs are afraid of him, and they should be. Barney is no one to fuck with.
How dare they close the passage to the center? We are free people.
Hey, you're a pilgrim, aren't you?
That's right. Do you hang people for that, too?
I just wanted to say that I was rooting for you.
Uh-huh. Thanks for standing up for me.
What? But I didn't... Ah, I get it. Sarcasm. Look, it's not that easy to go against the crowd.
Sure.
I know people are scared of pilgrims sometimes, but... Shit. You survived outside the walls. It had to be something.
Just fairy tales, if you ask me.
Who else am I supposed to be meeting?
Hey, Bill. They say the Outlands are infested
Please,
with alpha zones.
back off.
That
You're
true?
making me uncomfortable.
Just because you got holes in your shoes doesn't mean you're poor. If you've got no one to lean on, that's when you know you've hit rock bottom.
Well, looks like the infirmary. Am I done talking? Do I just have to do the side quest? Complete those? Does that count? And that counts as completing the main.
I wonder what the hell is going on at the Central Mall. Since PK's restricted access. Some say the renegades are about to attack.
Man, talk to everybody here.
Man, I'm so thirsty. You were supposed to be discreet, not go shouting in the middle of the bazaar.
They surprised me. How was I supposed to know they had shears?
Can you hear yourself at all?
Hey, give me a break, man. It's not a big deal.
Shut up. I'm trying to think how to fix this.
Looking at all the dead people?
It says here they're missing.
Same difference. They never find them anyway.
Now then, why the board?
It's been 15 years. Many people disappeared back then. My neighbor lost his 2 kids. But life goes on. Except, nobody has the courage to take those photographs down. But it's hopeless. Since there are no night runners, the search always ends the same.
Those night runners. Tell me about them.
What's there to say? Nearly all of them are dead. When they were around, they were the only ones not afraid to go out at night. They rescued those who didn't manage to get to a shelter. But of the entire group, only a few survived, including Frank, their former commander. Once upon a time, he was great. Now, he drinks himself into a stupor at his place in the Central Loop. Hard to say how much longer he'll be around.
When did all this happen?
A long time ago. Looking at you, you were still a kid yourself. Once upon a time, I came across 2 of them. 2 girls. They were 5 or 6 years old, and it looked like they hadn't eaten for a month.
What were their names?
I don't remember. I threw them some old bread and took off because they were shaking as if they were about to turn. Red eyes, swollen veins. I don't know what they were giving them there. Those psychos from the GRE.
Have you heard of kids who were in the GRE tests?
Huh. And who wasn't in the tests? The young, the old, the blind, the deaf. Everyone came to find a vaccine. Some for cash, others to cheat destiny and not get infected. But that was the devil's bargain of Villador. Walled in with the plague, but given the chance to be the ones who gave the cure to the world. Well, the virus won. The study was eventually discontinued. And the children? Officially, no one tested on children. Human rights and other crap.
And unofficially?
And unofficially. Apparently, some of the kids were taken out of the city. The rest, well, they just scattered around the city, abandoned. If the infected didn't get them, then hunger or darkness did.
Where are all these kids at now?
After all those years, most of them are probably dead. If someone got luckier and is still wandering around, they would probably be in the Central Loop. More peacekeepers there. Easier to survive.
Someone must know more.
Why? The past is the past, and there's no point in dredging it back up. Everyone has their own problems. Here and now, Pilgrim. Everyone fights for themselves.
Gee, gotta remember to buy wax. We're almost out of candles.
Find something you like in the bazaar?
They seem to have some kind of other disease.
Stay safe out there.
They won't let you near them.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah. But it's bumming me out, and I don't feel like working.
I don't understand what happened.
Oh my God.
Everything all right?
No, it's grilled. The goat is grilled. I'm such an idiot.
What happened?
I must have overcalculated the voltage.
See? He's useless.
I'm sorry. I don't know how I could get it so wrong.
I told you it would be a waste of time.
Why? I don't think so. This is very... It has big, huge...
You're saying it has potential?
Potential, yes. It could be an effective weapon.
A weapon?
It's a ready formula. If you just use it on a weapon, it could raise your odds against turned creatures. The brave goat gave its life to science. There's dinner for everyone. And you? I take you as, and pronounce you,
Craftmaster? Really? Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you.
We'll talk later. Come, Vincenzo.
I can't thank you enough. Here, take this. If it's not strong enough, come round to my Craftmaster workshop.
Sure, thanks. Just, watch yourself out there, okay?
No worries, friend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.